Morning, guys. Just going to quickly put on the... Guess what? Got me coffee. I stick it on all the chats. I'm not fully awake yet. I'm taking my son to football this morning. So it's defending Elvis Presley fans want the truth. Hope you're well, guys. It is 8:26 a.m. in the morning. Of course, I've got my butter coffee. You cannot beat a nice coffee in the morning. Come on, it's the best thing. You wake up, first one of the day. You get that nice bitter taste. My coffees are have butter in, a small amount of milk, and no sugar. I love it. So, morning, Jane. How are we? I've got the sun in my shining through at me at the moment, so it'll move and it'll move. I've had loads of messages through the night. I've been listening to I've been reading loads of your comments. I hope you're well, Jane. I've been going, the 24/7 Team Elvis 24/7. I've been going through those comments. I've been up about an hour, actually maybe a bit longer. I've been up about an hour and a half. I'm still not fully awake. I just want to tell Colleen, because I'm not sure if Colleen gets the notification, so I will tell her. There's a couple of you, for some reason, don't get the notifications, even though I have added you all to the group. Let's just have a look. Let me just double check. I hope it is working, so let's have a look. So Amy Collett has messaged me. She's introduced someone to our Team Elvis, someone called Gio, who she has told me is a Elvis historian. He sent me a very long comment. I thought I'm going to go through it, guys, with you. I'm not really sure how the day is going to unfold today. My daughter's taking her driving test this morning at 10. So I'll take Tino to football. And by the time I get back, we'll know she's passed. Fingers crossed, touch wood. She's good enough to pass. We don't know, do we? I've still got an issue with this water leak on her car, but it is still drivable. But I'm probably going to work on that today as well. Now, yesterday I had spent the whole day out. One of my properties needed me and my twin brother to check it out. We had some problems, quite a few problems with it. So we were there the whole day. So it was a funny one. Because I'm used to just being home, to be honest, you guys. Thanks, Jane. Yeah, fingers crossed, innit? She's a handful, my daughter. She's a stunningly beautiful 17-year-old girl, just about to turn 18. She turns 18 in September, but she's very strong-minded. So it's hard to give someone advice that is so strong-minded. They tend to backlash or disagree. So, hi, Tracy. How are you this morning? So this historian called I only know his first name is Gio, and he is reaching out to our channel, which I really appreciate. So I'm going to go through his comments. A couple of things I just wanted to mention with the Bob Joyce thing on our little 24/7 messenger chat, which I love. I keep saying this to you guys. Our 24/7 chat is brilliant. It is. Thanks a lot. You've got doors like that as well, Jane. Good morning, Colin. Colin, are you on our 24/7 chat? Our 24/7 chat is I think the best thing I've ever set up, and it was because one of you guys told me to create a group messaging thing so that I could inform you guys that we're going live instead of sending 50 messages. I'll tell you what, I've been going through it this morning, and the chat is all night. You guys bonding, becoming friends, getting to know each other, giving each other loads of information. There's a massive long post here from George Klein's book. Now, just so you know, just so you understand me with the Bob Joyce thing. Do any of you know that Bob Joyce joined our chat and posted some prayers? I just want to say this to you guys. I choose to believe that it's Bob Joyce. Now, come on, I know it. I know there's a good chance it's not Bob Joyce. I know there's a good chance it is not Bob Joyce, but I just choose to believe it's him. And I'll tell you why. He sends us prayers. He sends us prayers. Now, what is wrong in that? Now, I accept not all of you are Christians. Not all of you believe in God and Jesus. That's fine. That's completely fine. But me, I take the good I can get. I think life is tough. You know, the challenges that we all face together are, how can I say, can be quite daunting. And if someone wants to send me a prayer and say that he's Bob Joyce, thank you. Thank you. It can only do good. Yeah, there's no, you know, many of you, a few of you are offended. I think Natalie are a bit offended. I think Melissa a bit. But come on, guys, let's just be welcoming and kind. The fact that Bob Joyce or someone possibly who has a Bob Joyce Facebook page has joined our channel and is commenting on our channel and sending us prayers, how can that be a bad thing? So whether it is Bob Joyce or not, I choose to say that it is. And I also thank him for sending us prayers. Whether you're religious or not, how can it be a bad thing? How can it be a bad thing? So, but I completely respect you guys, your rights to have opinions on Bob Joyce, and to, you know, obviously if you're not a Christian or Catholic, whatever it is, of course, that's your right. So, but because of it, I'm going to read the prayer that he sent us. He sent us two, I think. He sent us two things. Do any of you mind? Do any of you mind? They're only short. I'm going to read it. Right. Amy just said the song "Don't Speak" by No Doubt is more of her theme song. I love that song. Right. Let's have a look. So let's go to Defending Elvis. Just so anyone new, our Facebook is Defending Elvis Presley Louis Daily Live Streams. So if you join us, Defending Elvis Presley Louis Daily Live Streams, and if you want to become part of our 24/7 group chat, you have to friend request me. I'll put my name now on the little chat, and just friend request me and I'll add you to the 24/7 chat. I will warn you that it does take 24 hours before you see the comments on the live streams. You'll get you can add comments, but to actually read the comments that we are having now, you do have to wait a day. So sometimes they won't appear, and you have to, if you go to comments on the YouTube video, you have to scroll across. There's two black dots, and you get your finger and you swipe the comments to the left, and it then allows you to read our live stream conversation. So I hope you understand that. And don't forget, guys, if you want to be notified when we go live, you subscribe. Then the subscribe turns into a little bell, and you hit the bell changes color. That gets you notified for our live streams. Okay, Jane. Right. let me just find the little. Oh, has it disappeared? Let's have a look. Let's see where the little prayer is. Oh, right, I can't see the prayer on here. Let's have a look. I did put it onto the chat. They're only short, guys, in like 15 seconds or something. That's weird. It doesn't let me jump to the next comment. Aha. Right, so there's two things. As the Bible reminds us, do not withhold good for those who deserve it when it is within your power to help them. May our words and actions be filled with love and care, just as Elvis's music radiated the joy in his heart. When we reach out to help others, we may very well be the answers to their prayers, guided by their gentle hand of God. Let us continue to be vessels of his abundant blessing. The Lord bless each and every one of you. That's just a nice thing to send, I think. There's nothing wrong in that, whether it's him or not. I just see kindness in that. So morning, Sherry. Let's have a look. And then he did send one other. And then this is more, it just says, in simply Pastor Bob Joyce, a servant in God's vineyard. My mission is to share God's love and grace with others, just as Elvis shared his music. I'm grateful to walk this journey of faith with you all. Keep our focus on the Lord, the true source of all our blessings. Thank you for understanding, and may God peace be with you always. There's no harm in that, is there? There's only kindness in that. Only kindness. So come on, guys, give the guy a break, whether it's Bob Joyce or not. There's no harm in that. Yeah. So that's it, right? Okay. So this coffee is so nice. So Amy reached out. She says there's an Elvis historian called Gio. He may be watching. She said to me that he's tried to post some stuff to me. Let me just read the comment. The only issue with Joyce is that it confuses those conspiracy theories. Also makes some Elvis fans who believe Elvis look unhinged, and then Elvis fans are mocked. You know, I understand all the complications with Bob Joyce and but I haven't seen, Bob Joyce hasn't, or either, if it is Bob Joyce or if it isn't, this person is not trying to say he's Elvis. He's not trying to act like he's Elvis. He's just being kind. He sent us a couple of prayers, a few nice messages. There's no harm in that. I know that there's thousands of fans that think Bob Joyce is Elvis. I can't control that. Obviously, I don't believe it. I can't control that. So all I can do is just be respectful. That's all I can do. And what the interaction we've had with either Bob Joyce or someone pretending to be Bob Joyce is only friendly. It's only friendly. I only really get my back up with people if I find there's no respect there, if there's rudeness there. Yeah. So rudeness bothers me. It bothers me. And I will only be abrupt and stand up to someone if I feel that I'm getting rudeness. Yeah. And then I will defend myself. I'll defend Elvis. Yeah. So Bob Joyce, or the person pretending to be Bob Joyce, whatever it is, there's no rudeness. He was getting quite a few rude comments from a few of the people on the I don't know if rude is the right word. He was getting some comments on the live on the 24/7 chat that weren't friendly. Yeah, I don't think there's any need for it. I think let's be a friendly group. That's what I think. That's just me, guys. That's how I am. Right. So quite a few of you brought up the Elvis is the man. He's obviously, you guys bring you up to date. I have an issue with that people saying that Elvis took salt tablets to sweat. I personally think it's ridiculous. Now, I'm not the know-it-all of Elvis. This is just my opinion. I don't believe Elvis ever took salt tablets. I think it's one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard. I also think that it just adds fire to the flame, doesn't it? Because any form of pill popping that is pointed at Elvis, to me, makes Elvis look bad. So when I hear other Elvis channels say that Elvis took tablets to sweat, which makes no sense to me, but because Elvis had a sweat problem, didn't he? Let's face it, guys. It just makes, it's another pill in it. It's another thing. Oh, ha, ha, Elvis was a drug addict. Elvis took pills for everything. So I don't know if Elvis took salt tablets or not. I will never know. I don't think anyone knows. I know it's been in a couple of books. I think Larry Geller may have mentioned it. Maybe. Is it? There's another guy who wrote a book, and I think, and it might be in this comment. When I read it, it will come up. But there's Peter Guralnick. It said that he mentioned this in his biography. I know he's a respected person that has done biographies on Elvis, mentioned it in his biography, but it doesn't mean it's true. The only person that knows if it was true is Elvis and anyone that's still alive that was sat next to him when he took salt tablets. No one else knows, not Larry Geller, not Peter Guralnick, and then Elvis is the man mentions a comment that Graceland have supported, that what was written in that book is true. Well, that's rubbish. That is rubbish. Even if Graceland says that the book, I'm not sure if it was the Peter Guralnick book, but they mention Elvis is the man mentions a certain book, and that because Graceland supported it, that must mean that the salt story is 100% true. Well, that ain't right. Yeah, that is not right. Now, let's backtrack a little bit, guys. I ask you guys, how many of you guys think that Elvis took salt tablets to sweat in 1969? Because he's quite specific, isn't he? He mentions 69. Now, this is an ongoing story. A while back, Elvis is the man posted a video saying that Elvis took salt tablets to sweat because it made him look sexier and made his hair wet and all the rest of it. I literally thought it was ridiculous. So when I stumbled across Elvis is the Man's video, now I watch Elvis is the Man. I'm not a massive fan of his videos. I like some of them. Some of them I don't like. Some of them I think it's almost like he's run out of good topics. So he just randomly picks, like talking about his sideburns, things like that. Just silly topics that I just don't think do any good for Elvis. But I also can see that Elvis is the Man does a lot of good videos. Yeah. He's a big channel, much bigger than our channel. But so I just wrote a comment saying, I don't believe that Elvis took salt tablets to sweat. I think it's a silly story. But I also reached out and said, look, come and chat on our live streams. It's quite friendly. It was a friendly comment that just disagreed with the salt thing. And then this got his back up. Elvis is the Man. And then he's commenting, I think quite rudely, but quite arrogant, not just on my comments, but on other people's as well. He basically was saying to them, tough, if you don't believe it, tough. Take it or leave it type attitude, which I didn't like. So I decided to do a video, Elvis is the Man video that you can find. So this was, I don't know, nearly a month ago, maybe. So Elvis is the Man, I think yesterday or the day before, posted a video. I think it's a reaction video. It's more like, haha, I proved you wrong. You were wrong. I was right. And even at the end of the video, comments, I'll wait to hear your apologies. Oh, it's a bit of fun. If you're watching this, look, come on. I don't mind a bit of banter. It's okay. We disagree on the salt thing. I think the salt thing is ridiculous. I literally laugh at it. This man who always dressed in a way that, of course, made him very hot and sweaty, and the way he performed, and if he was in certain concerts, obviously the massive lighting all around him, and then you've got the tens of thousands of people in the audience. The heat must have been ridiculous. Yeah, it doesn't matter what era it was, 50s, 60s, 70s, I don't care. This man really would have been hot and sweating profusely. So to then say he needs tablets to sweat just literally is ridiculous. I don't care who put it in what book. I don't care what Gracelands have said. I don't care what Elvis is the Man's opinions are. It's, in my opinion, and it's my right to disagree, it's a load of bull. But the one thing that I watched Elvis is the Man's comment, and the bit that bothered me is when he said Elvis felt that there was that a pill could cure everything. Elvis thought there was a pill for everything. I don't like that comment. And this is what I say to you, Elvis is the man. I want to read the comment. Remember, we are defending Elvis Presley. We are an Elvis channel. We're here to try and improve the image, the reputation of Elvis, to help his legacy. Yeah? So it's always about trying to make Elvis look better. Yeah? And trying to disagree with all the negative rubbish that is written about Elvis from many books and documentaries and biographies and movies. And many interviews as well. There's a lot of interviews that just make Elvis look bad. So let me see if I can get it up. Now I can handle that Elvis is the man completely 100% thinks Elvis took salt tablets. Well, I actually dispute it. I actually don't know, even if he actually believes it, to be honest with you. But anyway, if he wants to think that, okay. Yeah, so this is the video. Yeah, this is I think it's a retaliation video. It's a comeback video. I think to try and put me in my place. I think that video is aimed at me. Now, not just me. I also think that video is aimed at all of the people. And there are many, many on his YouTube channel fully disagreeing with him, saying this is garbage. Yeah. Well, of course, he has his followers, and there's loads of people sucking up to him and saying, oh, yeah, you're great. We love your channel. Everything you say is true. Yeah, there's loads of that. But there's a point in this video where it says, I'll wait for your apologies. And there's another point in this video that says that the different, the book, I think the other people that also think this is true. But then there's the bit that says, Elvis, I'll read my reply. It's like there's been no comments since yesterday, which is a bit odd. I find that odd. Why would there be no comments? Right, I just posted on there, I will react to this because I want him to know that I'm going to do a reaction video because I'm not happy with it. So it basically says, I've put a comment on there saying Elvis thought a pill could cure anything. This is his own words. This is Elvis is the man. Yeah. I'm not saying this in a hateful way. I'm just trying to defend Elvis. So part of this video, yeah, that says that Elvis took salt tablets, yeah, says that Elvis is the man, says, I keep forgetting his name, sorry guys, Elvis thought a pill could cure anything. What is that? What is that? It's like, to me, that is so rude and disrespectful, and also adds fire to the flame that Elvis was a pill popper. And my reaction to Elvis is the man is this. Elvis took pills, and a lot of them, because he was really unwell. He was chronically sick with many different medical conditions. And yeah, those pills had lots of side effects. And yes, those pills could also make Elvis feel very unwell. Also, Elvis was probably addicted to many of these prescribed medications. But Elvis was a desperately sick man who turned to his doctor for help because he didn't know which way to turn because he was so sick. Couldn't believe how sick he was and how his body was just letting him down. And yeah, he needed medication because he had so many different illnesses, not just twisted colon and constipation and liver problems, lung problems, breathing problems, hypertension, and many other things. Elvis was seriously sick. Yeah. So to then say Elvis thought a pill could cure anything, I find that rude. I find that disrespectful to him, to his memory. Remember, we are Elvis channels. We are Elvis channels. Our viewers, guys, Elvis is the man. Your viewers are Elvis fans. They are Elvis fans. They're not there to see you. They're there to see information that you're putting out there about Elvis Presley. And you owe a lot to Elvis. Your whole channel is based around Elvis Presley, his life, the good that he did, in my opinion, to defend Elvis. Yeah, you should be a defending Elvis channel. That's what you should be, because I think you think you are, but I think you do it when it suits you. Because talking about the salt tablets, I'm saying this to the channel Elvis is the man. Talking about the salt tablets isn't helping Elvis. It's not defending Elvis. You're not putting out there good information that boosts Elvis, that clears his image and legacy and reputation. Yeah, you are harming Elvis's image, because all you're doing, you're adding fire to the flames of, oh, he was a pill popper. He needed his pills. He was addicted to pills. Yeah, he could have been an addict, a drug addict. That's all you're doing. But then you throw in another comment and you say, Elvis thought a pill could cure anything. Come on. And then you get this sarcastic comment at the end of your video that says, I'll wait for my apologies in the comments. Come on. It's I personally think, quite childish, quite immature. Now, should we try and get it up? I'm not going to watch the video because I think it's ridiculous. But
it was most likely, so Larry's the reasons maybe why Jackie Wilson had a heart attack.
Right, here we go. Now, I just want anyone to know, I've heard all the stories about Jackie Wilson, and I've heard many different versions from you guys and from comments about what happens when you take a salt tablet. Many of you think it actually dehydrates you. Many of you think that when you sweat a lot, that you, how can I say it, that your body needs more salt. Yeah, there's all different reactions to this silly, ridiculous thing about Elvis taking salt tablets. We don't know the truth, do we? Right, I'll just quickly read Tracy's comment. I just pulled out the Guralnik book. The story about the salt tablets was a quote from Larry Geller. Hearsay. Don't believe a lot of what Geller says. Thank you, Tracy. That helps. Yeah. Now, I'm sure we're going to get another backlash. I want to find the bit where he says that he tries to defend.
All right, guys, there you have it. But it was most likely, so Larry says salt tablets. It was most likely a diuretic.
That's there we are. So he says that Larry says it was salt. It was most likely salt tablets, right? Do we know that? Have we got an interview of Larry being interviewed saying, I know that Elvis took salt tablets to sweat? And even if we do have that, which I don't think we do, was Larry sat with Elvis and watched Elvis take salt tablets? Did he see that? Because that's what I'd need. That's the kind of proof I'd need.
Or water weight, and it would make him sweat profusely. This could also be one of the reasons, maybe why Jackie Wilson had a heart attack and dropped on stage. Said it depleted him with potassium. Not a good idea, but Elvis, thought a pill could cure anything, and he was all for it.
So did you hear that? Did you hear that? That breaks my heart that this man even says this. I'll rewind. I'm not going to show you the video because I don't want to play his videos. Right. Let's have a look. Let's hear it again, guys.
Salt or water weight, and it would make him sweat profusely. This could also be one of the reasons, maybe why Jackie Wilson had a heart attack and dropped on stage. Said it depleted him with potassium. Not a good idea, but Elvis, thought a pill could cure anything, and he was all for it. And also,
I hate that. And for an Elvis fan, remember, we are defending Elvis Presley, to say Elvis thought a pill could cure anything. No. Elvis was desperate, and he turned to his doctors for help. And the only way that the doctors could really help Elvis was to prescribe medications, different pills, different tablets. He didn't have, there was no other way, was there? I think Elvis did try alternative healing, acupuncture, stuff like that. I'm no expert, guys. I'm just a guy at home. I'm not an Elvis expert. Yeah. I'm just a guy at home who, using my own common sense, to listen to all the different information that comes in about Elvis, and I'm just trying to get my take on things. Definitely, I'm no expert. I'm not trying to say that I know more about Elvis than Elvis is the man, or than anyone. There's many of you on here that know a lot more about Elvis than I do. Many of you, yeah? I'm just a guy at home defending Elvis. I have my reasons. I've told you why I defend Elvis. I feel that the way Elvis helped my life from childhood, that I owe Elvis. So I have a deep love and connection with Elvis, and I can't stop myself from defending Elvis. I'm defensive. I think even last night on the live stream, something happened, and I wanted to defend Elvis. I think when we were talking about the cocaine thing. Now, I didn't mean that disrespectfully, but if something doesn't feel right to me, I will jump up and bark. The cocaine thing, a recent example, the salt tablet thing, because ultimately it all adds to the fire. I keep saying fire to flame. But Elvis was a drug addict, a pill popper. I don't accept it. Now, do I think Elvis took too many sleeping tablets and uppers and stuff like that? Probably. But this man had extreme insomnia. This man was being seriously overworked. So with no energy, and a very sick man. So yeah, he needed help. Let's just see what else
To those of you who are like, oh, you can't believe everything you read. Online, Graceland website says this book is true stories of Elvis's life. So there you go. Elvis is the man, it's not a liar.
So he uses the fact that Graceland says that Elvis's book, that particular book that he's talking about, the fact that Graceland say that it's a true story, that's doesn't mean nothing to me. Graceland don't know if the things in that book are all true. No one can ever know. Yeah. So his argument is very weak. Yeah. It's very, because Graceland said this, I know I'm right. Ha ha, please apologize to me. And then he mentions Larry Geller. We don't know. We don't really know. And he mentions a few other things, the stories with Jackie Wilson. It's all hearsay. I will just use my own intelligence. And in my opinion, I keep saying the same thing over and over again. No way did Elvis need help to sweat. I don't care what anyone says to me. The only person that can convince me that Elvis sweated, took tablets to sweat, is Elvis, or someone that was sat next to him, watched him take salt tablets. That is the only person. And I think one of you said, don't engage with him. No, I will engage because I'm defending Elvis. I'm not angry. I'm not bitter. I am passionate to defend Elvis. That's what I am. It doesn't have to be Elvis is the Man channel. I think you just told me his name is David. Right. This could be any channel. Any channel. If any Elvis channel says something that I think belittles Elvis, is derogatory to Elvis, harms his image, his reputation, his legacy, I will jump in there and I will disagree. And then I will also analyze what they call is proof, what their proof is. And the proof he's given that it might have been in Larry's book and it was in someone else's book and that Graceland's approved the book. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. So I completely disagree with this accusation that Elvis used salt tablets to sweat. To me, it's BS. It's BS. But I will also say this. I'm actually insulted that you said that Elvis, let's go back a bit. I want to play it again. That Elvis needed a pill, thought a pill could fix everything.
Salt or water.
Let's go back a bit.
For dropping the water for a quick weight loss, and there's no question that when Elvis got back to live performing, he incorporated this little trick, this hack that Jackie Wilson had. All right, guys, there you have it. But it was most likely, so Larry says salt tablets, it was most likely a diuretic. That's what I'm guessing, to drop salt or water weight, and it would make him sweat profusely. This could also be one of the reasons maybe why Jackie Wilson had a heart attack and dropped on stage. Said it depleted.
So it's like he's now a doctor. Let's call him Dr. David. Come on. He's now giving his version of different medical things that most likely happened. It's just ridiculous. Right, keep going.
Potassium, not a good idea, but Elvis, thought a pill could cure anything, and he was all for it. And also to those of you who are like, oh, you can't believe everything you read. Online, Graceland website says this book is true stories of Elvis's life. So there you go. Elvis is the man, is not a liar. I look forward to seeing your apologies in the comment section. Just kidding. This book.
Did you hear that? Look forward to seeing your apologies in the comment section. Just kidding. He's aiming that at not just me, our channel, Defending Elvis Presley. He's aiming that at every person that disagreed with him. Every person. And there are loads. Even if you go onto his Facebook page, there are many, many comments disagreeing with this ridiculous salt story. But I still will. I'm going to end that particular topic, the salt topic, on how dare you say that Elvis thought a pill could cure anything. Elvis took a pill to cure anything. I don't like it. I don't like it. It is harmful. And you are an Elvis defending channel, partially. I know that you are quite a general Elvis Presley channel, but part of what you do sometimes is defending Elvis. I don't think you do it enough, to be honest with you. But I still say that I find this video quite cocky. I find it quite rude. I'm a bit offended by that comment that Elvis needed a pill, thought a pill could fix anything. And your research and the way you try to prove the salt tablet thing, that isn't proper evidence. It is hearsay. It is a comment in 2 books by the looks of it. That isn't evidence. Graceland saying, oh, that book is true. What does that mean? So does that mean that any book that you can get via Graceland's website, wherever it is, or that is mentioned by Graceland is 100% true? That's just ridiculous. That's just such rubbish. So my comeback to you is, can you do some topics that are not going to make Elvis look bad? Pick some topics that boost Elvis. It isn't just about getting views. Oh, let's think of a subject that's going to get a few thousand views. It isn't just about that. It is about, how do we protect and defend Elvis Presley's memory? How do we do that? Yeah. And that video, and then a comeback video. The title of that video is, it's had nearly 2,000 views. The title of the video is Elvis took salt tablets for sweating. Proof. There's no proof. There is no proof in that whole video. There is just, all I see is me. I'm right. Ha, 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 ha. No proof. But within that, and I keep repeating myself, guys, but within your so-called proof, which is not proof, you then go, ha ha, I look forward to you apologizing in your comments, and oh, you know, come on, Elvis thought that pills could fix anything. You know, Elvis thought there was a pill for everything. Poor Elvis. That's what I say. So I'm sorry, my friend. Pick some decent topics. Let's build Elvis up for the man he was. Yeah, the amazing person that he was. The man that your channel completely relies on. The only reason your channel exists is because of Elvis Presley and the love that he gets from the fans and still gets. That's why your channel's there. So any mention of taking any tablets or any sort of addiction to tablets. So Elvis wanted a pill for anything. And even this thing where you're, I think, you know, the whole, oh, ha, ha, you know, you can apologize to me. It's very arrogant, quite rude, I would say, and disrespectful. Because I think a lot of your subscribers, I personally think a lot of your subscribers, even though they have a different opinion to you on the salt tablets, they've still been quite loyal to you. They're like, oh, you know, no disrespect. I love your channel, but I disagree with you. Even to your subscribers, show a bit more respect. Show a bit more respect to your own subscribers. Anyway, let's just read this. Cold day in Howley. He gets an apology for his sick, idiotic remarks. Make himself money. He's as bad as all the rest of making money. Look, come on. YouTube channels get some money. I can handle that. But don't get the money by making Elvis look bad and not defending Elvis. Let's build Elvis up. Let's defend him, and come on, let's show the good in Elvis. Let's disagree with the lies that are being said about Elvis. Let's disagree with the horrible interviews by many people, and the books and the biographies and the documentaries and the movies. Let's stand up for Elvis. Look, we shouldn't be making videos that are harming his reputation. It's ridiculous. Right, Elvis sweated profusely. Look at the pictures from his movies. He always had sweaty pits. Also, why he liked his bedroom extremely cold. It was a medical condition. He was known as being sweaty, wasn't he? He was known. You know what? You didn't even have to know. You just watch any of his concerts or footage going way back to the 50s. He was a naturally sweaty person. Louis, don't engage with David. It just keeps the negativity going. I unsubscribe to his channel, and he just picks salacious stories to talk about. He's not doing Elvis's legacy any good. Fully agree, but I will engage because Tracy, you know I love you. The reason I'll engage is because we are defending Elvis, and this is exactly how we defend Elvis. Because when things come up, that to me seem unfair or untrue or badly proved, I'm going to jump in there with you guys, and defend him. My husband has been in hospital for a week and he had many bags of saline to help rehydrate him and flush his kidneys. So, hi, Cherie. Well, I'm very sad about your husband. I hope he's getting better. So I think is that the reason your comment, is it to show that the salt tablets don't work to make you sweat? Let's have a look. Let's quickly go back on your comments. I just pulled out my all right, okay. Tracy helped me there with the book. You know, because I've had some quite interesting comments about that book, and not everyone's happy with that book. Not everyone. There's good and bad, isn't there? I take my tablets given by the consultants, but salt tablets, they have gone out of their way to say something outlandish yet again about Elvis. Yeah, I agree. And the thing is, he'll get many people that just agrees with him, because some of the Elvis YouTube channels, you do get, you know, the people that run the channels do get a bit hero worshipped, I think. But come on, I'm not here to be hero worshipped. I'm here to defend Elvis with you guys. We've created a small family, Team Elvis. We're just trying to do the right thing, aren't we, guys? We're just trying to be there for Elvis, and we've made some friends, close friends. We've formulated a small family that's growing. That's what it's all about. We're just mates. We are mates. Let's keep going. So this has ended up taking me longer than I expected. The salt tablet thing and the reaction video to Elvis is the Man. So I'm not going to be able to do Amy has introduced someone called Gio to me, who is an Elvis researcher. I do want to go through his comment, but I want to do it properly. I want to give it some proper time. I do appreciate Gio for reaching out and offering his help on our channel to defend Elvis Presley. Gio is an avid Elvis defender, and I've asked Amy to get him to friend request me so that we can discuss different topics together, so we can get some information out there defending Elvis. So Amy, thank you. Amy Collette, thank you very much. And Gio, definitely we're going to cover your comments. So let's have a look. Did I see someone mention Bob Joyce? Let's have a look. I'm sure I saw a Bob Joyce comment. I can't see it now. It's disappeared. I think it was Cherie mentioned. Bob Joyce comes across as a lovely, kind-hearted man, and he can preach so well as he is reaching many people all over the world. And regardless of his origins, I like listening to him. Yeah, I agree with that. Come on, it's all good. It's all about kindness, forgiveness, love. That's what it's all about, whether it's him or not. There's nothing negative in that person joining in with our chat. It's a good thing. If it is you, Bob Joyce, or if it's someone who runs a Bob Joyce Facebook page, I'm sending you love. You are very welcome on our Defending Elvis Presley Fans Want the Truth YouTube channel to join us anytime. We appreciate any good words you have, any prayers you send us. It's very appreciated, whether it's you or not. Okay. So I think that's it, guys. So I'm gonna bring it. We're coming up to 50 minutes. I've got to take my kid to football. I want to do a few things. I'll just check the last few comments that you've written, and I'm gonna have to go. JD, what do you think of the theory that Elvis started to take pills in the army in Germany to get over the relatively hard duty? Yeah, I believe it. JD, I believe it. Yeah, they were given uppers to help them on maneuvers. Do I think that Elvis took tablets for the first time in the army? Well, it's possible he took them before, because in the 1950s, people were in the rock and roll days, the James Dean days. People were taking recreational drugs to go and party. So there's a possibility that Elvis was taking tablets to have fun in the 50s, but it doesn't make him a drug addict. Just he was doing what all the other teenagers were doing. Yeah, come on. Even when I was a teenager, there was tablets to make you have fun. Luckily for me, I was more into alcohol, so I didn't have to take them. But come on, teenagers popping pills to get stoned or get high. 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, doesn't matter what era it happened, innit? It doesn't make them a drug addict. Let's have a look. So yeah, I do believe that I heard that the army actually prescribed them, actually gave them to the soldiers. We have to use critical thinking, not just listen to what one person states. Look at the fact. You know, Tracy, that is true. But sometimes I think, Tracy, we have to just use our own common sense. I think sometimes we just have to go, do you know what? It doesn't matter what I've read or heard or what other people have said, what interviews I've watched, what books I've read. Sometimes we just have to go, does it sound right? Does it sound right? And to me, if I get a little red flag saying, like, nah, something's not right here, I'm going to jump in and react. That's me. And I always say this to you guys, I'm not an Elvis expert. I don't know everything about Elvis. I need help. I need your comments. I need research. Anyone that helps me, yeah, I need it. Yeah, I definitely get my facts wrong. I mix up my facts. I make mistakes. I say the wrong thing. So I am no expert. I am far from it. I am a newbie. Yeah, I've been a fan of Elvis for over 50 years, but that doesn't mean I know it all. Yeah, I run an Elvis channel, which I'm very proud of, with Team Elvis. Doesn't mean I know it all. Yeah, I do make mistakes. I do get things wrong. Apparently, they were not army issued, but Sergeant gave them out. Yeah, well, thank you, Linda. That's a great comment. I believe that. The true tobacco companies gave them free cigarettes to get them hooked out of the army in constant custody. Yeah, Tracy, I see that. Elvis should be remembered for all the beautiful things. Elvis was a good man, a beautiful man. He sure was. Cherie, my granddad served in the war, and he said he was given tobacco in there. Yeah. Come on, in the 50s, they sort of knew that it wasn't right, but everyone was massively addicted to tobacco. The millions and millions and millions that cigarettes have killed over the last 50, 60, 70 years is just unthinkable, isn't it? Anyway, guys, I'm going to go. I have to go. My kids are going to want me. I've got to take them to football. My daughter's got her driving test. I am going to, Amy and Gio, if you're watching this live stream, I am going to come back with a video to go through Gio's very interesting comment that Amy Amy's just trying to help me. She has a very good friend that is an Elvis researcher who wants to join in with our channel and share his information, which I really appreciate. I'm going to go through that comment, and hopefully Amy will also join us, Amy Collett. And Gio, you are very welcome to be part of Team Elvis and join us in our mission to defend Elvis Presley, our movement. We have a movement that we do together as a small family, and we meet up 2 or 3 times a day to defend Elvis Presley, and we do it as friends, and we do it in a friendly way, in a respectful way, always respectful. So thanks, guys. I have to go. You take care. A very interesting live. I'm not going to make lots of videos reacting to other YouTube channels. The less the better, to be honest with you. But in this particular instance, I feel that I had no choice. So thanks, guys. And even to Elvis is the man. I want you to know, is it David? I have no hate against you. I have no disrespect to you. I reach out to you and welcome you to join us on our live streams and to join in with us on our discussions. I welcome debate. You have your views on many different topics to do with Elvis. I've got nothing against you. I have respect, but I also am a strong-minded person with strong opinions, and I will defend Elvis to the max. So I'm Elvis, David. Elvis is the man. I send you love. I send you love. No hate in me. None. but we are defending Elvis Presley. We are defending Elvis Presley. So I do this video as a reaction to Elvis is the Man's most recent salt tablet video with respect. With respect. Okay? So, David, we can be friends, mate. We can be friends. No hate. Thanks, everyone. All the best. You take care.